G'day guys, welcome back to Steeler Nation Australia, and thank you once again for checking out another video. Guys, it's been a crazy day in the NFL, and first of all, before I start the topic, I do want to address the situation that happened with Jalen Ferguson passing away today, and Goose, Tony Saragusa. So yeah, I want to bring up these two images before and shout out my respects, because I know that with the stuff that went on with Dwayne Haskins and his sudden passing, it hit Steel Nation pretty hard. So no doubt the shock loss of Jalen Ferguson, linebacker, 25 years old. I don't know the real reason how he passed away, but at the moment, it's very similar to Dwayne Haskins. It doesn't really matter. The young bloke lost his life, and this is coming from the Ravens organization. They say, "We are profoundly saddened by the tragic passing of Jalen Ferguson. He was a kind, respectful young man with a big smile and infectious personality. We express our heartfelt condolences to Jalen's family and friends as we mourn a life lost much too soon." And I agree with that 110%. Anytime the young blokes like that, 25, 24, 23, 21, whatever, 26, man, puts things into perspective, and you start thinking, well, the same thing with Dwayne Haskins, and it's still, it's not over. It's hopefully that I know the players are playing for Dwayne this year, and I know that the Ravens players will be playing for Jalen Ferguson as well. I don't know him personally, but the situation is, there's Ravens fans out there that are completely saddened by today, and it really sucks. It's not a good thing. Anyone passing away that young is far too young, far too young. So, with respects to Jalen Ferguson and his family in the Ravens community, and with respects to anyone who's a fan of the Ravens and Ravens Nation, right? We're rivals, but at the same time, you gotta give thanks to or shout out to these guys going through the hard times, because we went through the hard times with Dwayne Haskins. But the other one today was a massive shock. Tony Saragusa, or Goose. Now, I never really paid too much attention when he played football. I was only getting into football around 2004, so he was I think he was on the Super Bowl. I think he won a Super Bowl ring with the Ravens back in 2000. So, but with the passing as well with Tony Saragusa, I think he was 55 years old. And we started to think about this too, like 25, 26, and 55. We all start to imagine, we're going to live until we're 80, 85 or whatever. And you just go, well, how does it all work? I remember when I was a kid watching football on Fox. I remember Daryl Moose Johnson and Goose, Saragusa. Like, they were just the tandem that talked about football. And you woke up in the mornings, the wee hours of the morning, and you turned it on and you heard his voice. So yeah, for the NFL community, and I know it's going to hit hard for a lot of Ravens fans and a lot of fans who are a fan of Tony Saragusa, it will hit hard. And it brings flashbacks again to Dwayne Haskins and that stuff. It's all kinds of crazy. It's all kinds of crazy. So, with respects to both of those fellas, gone way too soon, way too soon. So, I don't know what else to say. I need to transition into the video today, but I did want to give out a shout out to their families and to the Ravens Nation going through a tough time. One current player and one ex player on the same day. So shout out to you guys with all respects. But I do want today, I want to talk about the Joe Haden situation. So, as I was scrolling on Instagram, because I follow Joe on Instagram, I saw this picture. I saw Joe Haden with a Cleveland Brown uniform having the old tagline discussion. And I was like, okay, I've been saying for a long time, if you look back at my other videos and every now and then when I bring up conversation about Joe Haden, I think we all kind of know that the Pittsburgh Steelers weren't going to sign him this year as a free agent. And he had some Twitter thoughts throughout the last, a few months heading that direction, that he might be a Cleveland Brown or he might be leaving. Like, he said, "Thank you, Steeler Nation." I think it was about 2 months ago, for your time and this and that. But here's the interesting, idea or I guess chance. He may be heading back to Cleveland, and that's insane. So Joe, whatever you do, mate, I'm all happy. I'm happy for you. You were a great Steeler. I think it was for 5 years you played with us. You're one of you're a veteran. You're a veteran cornerback. You're one of the best cornerbacks to ever play in the league. So maybe you'll go home and play 2 more years with the Cleveland Browns and set the standard over that way. What would be fun too, guys? I was thinking today on the car ride home as I was driving home from doing a few Uber stuff. I was like, it's got to be interesting to see if the Steelers verse the Browns, or when they verse this year in 2022, who's going to mark up against Joe Haden? So if with Joe Haden goes and signs with the Browns, will he be playing in the slot role? Will he be playing more of a nickel? Will they use him more at safety? Right? Or is Joe Haden still gonna be that lockdown corner? So I was thinking this afternoon, who would be the best chance to take him on? Because once you go from being wearing black and gold and you start to wear another team's uniform, let alone going back to the Browns. So he started with the Browns, came to Steelers, now he's going back to the Browns. Well, it looks that way. It looks like he's going back to the Browns. So it would be interesting to see, obviously, a young George Pickens, a physical George Pickens taking on Joe Haden. I think that would be a fun matchup. Also, Deontay Johnson and Joe Haden have probably been going at it at practice for many years. Claypool, who says he's top three, right? Top three. Claypool taking on one of the best, maybe possibly future Hall of Famer Joe, depending how his next seasons go. I've always said with Joe Haden that he needed to have a Super Bowl under his belt to really have that chance to push him into the Hall of Fame level. So Claypool could be versing him. Calvin Austin, maybe in the slot as well, quicker, but or even for a chance, Pat Fryermuth too. So if Joe Haden goes and signs for the Cleveland Browns, it's all coming full circle. It looks that direction, right? It really does. Why else would Joe Haden posted this from his own account. He posted this from his own Instagram account and said discussion. So it's leaning that way that Joe Haden may be going back to the Cleveland Browns, and I wish him all luck. I really do. He played tremendous football, seeing Joe wearing the black and gold, and this will be the discussion where if Joe goes back to Cleveland, is he a Cleveland Brown or is he a Pittsburgh Steeler? Because he'd probably be playing around the same time, around probably six years each or whatever it may be. So yeah, guys, interesting video, and yeah, with respects to Jalen Ferguson and Tony Saragusa, crazy. It's crazy. So